Okay, Zoom. Where's my Zoom? Okay. 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 All right. I'm trying to do the logistic back here. So yeah. So can you hear me? So I was trying to make sure you go to YouTube. All right, fine. Let's pray. Father, we thank you for today. You are awesome, Lord. You're so great. We are here with you as we start Jehovah God to talk about boy child, a topic that people avoid and people say, oh, we want to have boy child, but God, with you, we can do it. With you, we can start this conversation today. We love you and thank you for Mr. Karuri, Lord, for allowing himself to come and speak to us today. We love you and we thank you, and it's in Jesus' name. Amen. Let me see. Let me make sure we are live. Uh-huh. Okay, let me see. Oh, we are live. Okay. I don't know why people are trying to call me. Okay. So, yeah. So, before I introduce you, there's always that conversation. People are saying, oh, boy child is in trouble. But we've not had that serious conversation. So today, I wanna start this that serious conversation under Double Kemen, and I'm a founder also of Double Impact Ministry. But we want to have this conversation and say, hey, how can we have this conversation and get better as men, get better as people that are there and available for men. So I'll just go ahead and invite you, Karuri. Thank you, Mr. Karuri, for allowing yourself to be here. We're gonna have this conversation for a long, long time. So go ahead, talk about boy child, what's going on with boy child. Let's do it. We're gonna share this all over the place, and people will get it. We're gonna share and talk about boy child so we can be better. Karibu sana. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome. Did you froze?
Thank
Right,
you
go
very much,
ahead.
Father.
Yes.
Kiguna Karuri. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Can you
yes.
hear me?
Yes.
What a
Yes.
joy and privilege to be here to speak of a subject that I love so much. I love talking about men. I love talking about the male. I love talking about the boy child. Over the many years, I grew up myself in the slums. My life was very, very difficult. And as a result, I went through very difficult moments in my young life. And having grown up in difficult moments, I realized the importance of having to assist men and the boy child over the many years. It is always my desire to do three things in my life. I love inspiring people. I love imparting knowledge and skills. And I love impacting people's lives. I call them the three I's. Meaning that whoever I meet, particularly the male, I'll always spend the time and want to talk to the person and ask him a question about the future. I would want to ask the question, where do you find yourself in the many years that are going to come? And as a result of that, I have found out that the boy child is having a major problem in his life. And he's having a major problem in his life because he is growing up in an environment that is not friendly. He's growing up in an environment that is not accommodating him. Why? Because when we talk about socioeconomics, when we talk about child abuse, when we talk about developmental issues that affect the children, when we come to our culture, when we talk about the emotional development of the child, and when we talk about security of this child, you find the boy child is in trouble because he has no voice. And as a result of having no voice, he is having even more challenges because his health is affected, his mental health is particularly affected. And at the same time, particularly when he's in his adolescence stage, he's in more trouble because he doesn't know how to handle himself in adolescence. So he enters into a situation where he's growing up, he's maturing, but he has no guidance. He doesn't know how to handle issues of life. He is actually confused. And particularly where there are absent fathers, he's even in one situation because the mother cannot be able to take care of him. He is a man, but he is still a boy. The mother cannot be able to handle at all a 14-year-old boy because the man is turning, the adolescent is turning him to be a man. So he enters into certain areas where he wants to follow up on who are called his peers. What are the peers telling him to do? What are the peers doing? And so he starts doing things that he ought not to be doing. He enters in the moments where he has low self-esteem. And when he doesn't know, he's confused, he doesn't know how to handle himself. He has a major problem because he will start doing things that he ought not to have been doing. He will enter into crime. He will enter into alcoholism. He will enter into child abuse. He will enter into lack of essential guidance. Why is it all happening? In the 80s and 90s, we empowered the girl child. We empowered our women. Unfortunately, we never empowered the boy child to stay with an empowered girl child. A major problem. So he's entering into a society where he's not even welcome. He's entering into a society that is very hostile to him. And as a result of that, there is moral decay, moral values. He has no ethics. He doesn't know these ethics. He has not found them in his home. He lacked parental care. And he lacked also what we call parental guidance. So as a result of this, the young boy, the boy child, is unable to handle issues in life. Do we blame him? I don't blame him at all. I squarely blame the whole matter on the society. I blame the society because we have not played our right role. I blame it on particularly the males, because they have not modeled what the young man or the boy should be able to be doing. We have not been there for our sons. We have not been there for their lives. So they are living confused lives. They are living moments that they cannot be able to make the end of themselves. What do we do? The onus is on us as men to take our rightful role and play the rightful roles that we need to be doing. The opportunities are there. I always say the opportunities for the boy child are there. He has the mental capacity to be able to do, but not given the opportunity, we are taking that all. What do I say about the opportunities that are there? If we can be able to empower the boy child to be able to be in school, understand what he's supposed to be doing in school, empower the boy child so that we keep the crime rate low. We celebrate his achievement. My friend, it will take us a step forward. This boy has the capacity. God has endowed him with the capacity of becoming a man in the future. What do we do when we do not give him the opportunity? Then we lose it all because we have not empowered this boy child. Who is teaching the boy child good values? We are not there. We are so busy looking for wealth. We are so busy looking for money. We are so busy investing for the future. Unfortunately, we are investing for the future without investing in the boy child that's over when you have grown up. So we are wasting a lot of resources, leaving it behind because you are leaving to a man that you never invested your life in. My prayer always will be invest for the future, but invest in the person himself, because the person himself is going to take care of the future. When you invest in the boy child, you also feel safe. In this country, we have had parents, men and women that have lost their lives because the boy child has murdered them. Why is it that he has taken that action? Because he felt he was never loved. He felt he was never loved in the society. He was never loved by the parents. The parents seem to have loved the boy child, the girl child more. So the boy child is growing up with a lot of resistance, with a lot of hatred, because he lacked something that was very important at the beginning of his life. He feels that he is discriminated. He has nobody that talks about him. When we call the boy child, we call the boy child just to abuse him and say he is lacking knowledge. I am a disappointed father. I'm a disappointed grandfather. When in the past few years, I've attended a lot of funerals in my home area. And most of these funerals are for people, young people that are 20 years, 18 years, 30 years below. And all of them have committed suicide. To wonder why a 20-year-old can commit suicide is when he finds that he has no future, he has no hope, he has nowhere to go. He will find that the next moment, the next thing he can be able to do is just to take out his life out. It would be my desire that we as men can take up what I call our rightful roles in society. God created man to be the head. If we position ourselves as heads, I always believe the head has 5 special organs. One of them is that the head has eyes. The man should use his insight, must be visionary, seeing for the future of his family, seeing his own future, seeing the future of his children, and particularly playing a very important role in guiding the boy to understand his future. So as a result of this, when the man is visionary, he will relay the same, or he will relay the same to his boy, and the boy can be able to be picking up what is the man is actually after. Secondly, the man has ears, the head has ears. With the ears, he can be able to understand what is happening within his family. But when he has run away, he's not there for the family. When will the ears hear what is happening within his family? Thirdly, the man has a nose. He's supposed to smell what is happening within his family. When he's not there, who is smelling? If he cannot be able to smell what is happening within his family, then you can find the boy can start doing whatever he wants because there is nobody watching over him. We have lost. Fourthly, the man has a mouth to speak. Within the mouth, there is a tongue. What words are we giving out to our children? Stupid, lazy, thieves, whatever else we can do. We have failed as a society. As men, we have not played our rightful role. Fifthly, the man has a brain. What do you do? What do you do with your brain? If you can be able to impart the knowledge and the power that you have and impart it in the life of this young boy, the future is bright. The future is great. He has the potential. We need only to accept that the young man has not been given the right role that he is supposed to play in the society. We use them for crimes, we use them for drugs, we use them for many other issues. Sometimes to make money for ourselves as men. But these are children that have a future. In other words, when we don't build capacity in the lives of these young, these boys, what we are doing is that we are destroying our own future. These young boys are supposed to be husbands, later husbands to our daughters. Where will our daughters be getting husbands from? When we don't empower, we don't encourage, we are not able to enhance whatever the young man can be able to do. When we do not engage them, then it becomes a problem. We need to change our way of doing things and try to enhance the abilities, try to enhance the opportunities that are there for this year, for the boy child. What do I believe in? I believe in what we call the 4 E's. The 4 E's that as men we need to play the role model. The first E, I call it enhance opportunities. Enhance opportunities for the boy child. What do I mean by this? I mean that open up opportunities for this boy. He has the ability. He can be able to do. It's only that he has to be given the opportunity. Secondly, give him the opportunity. Enable him to do it. If he cannot be able to deliver, then train the person. Give him more skills that can be able to make him be productive. And thirdly, engage him. These boys are willing to be engaged. They are willing to do. I speak to a lot of them. And when I speak to them, you can hear they have great visions, but they have lacked somebody to be able to give them guidance to achieve those great visions. When we engage them, they become useful to us. When we engage them, and then lastly, when we empower them to be what they desire to be. You can talk to a young boy, a boy child, and you can be able to hear him giving a great vision where he wants to for him to be in the near and the far future. But is he given the opportunity? The society has condemned him. We have all failed in that area. Do we give the young the boys equal opportunities as we give the girls? At the moment, I am a disappointed parent because we have empowered girls more, and the boys are left even without a say. They are unable to talk. They are unable to stand. When you challenge a boy to come and see you, he will come shaking. When you challenge a girl to come and see you, she will come and talk strongly. My friend, it surprises me. What happened to the male gender? What happened to the male gender? Where did it all? Where did the rubber meet the road? What happened? I believe the greatest failure, and I'm not sorry about it, but the greatest failure of all this is we men. If we take up our rightful position in society, if we take up our rightful positions in the home, when we become positive role models, and who is a model? He's one that can be imitated because of his lifestyle, because of what he's able to do in the society, of what he is able to, the results that he cannot get. You ask a lot of our boys who are their role models. In this country, they will tell you the footballers in the Premier League in England, because they see them on TV. Do they see me? Do they see you? Who do they see? They see the politicians. Are those their role models? As men, we need to play our positive roles in society. We can blame the society, but we me as an individual, what am I doing about myself? What organizations are there that are playing rightful roles to be able to build capacity in the lives of these young people? Do we have mentorship programs? In the past, I decided to be writing about mentorship programs, and I call it mentorship, men-ship, so that I can be able to address the whole issue of turning this boy into a man. We can only turn this boy into a man when we are able to empower him, for him to understand where he is, what he can be able to do. And we do this, I do this because I love the male child. I love the boy child. He is our future. He is carrying the seed. Where we get the seed from next time. When we have destroyed the boy child, what are we doing? We are going to have future parents that are going to be single parents. We are going to have future, our guys are not going to get married because there will be no men to be able to marry them. I also look at it as when we have role models, we are able to inspire and impart life skills that are invaluable to the boys. You give a boy, like yesterday I was somewhere in the market, and a boy child comes. He's a young man, comes and just wants to carry my luggage to my car. And yours tells you, give me just a little money. I said, I challenged him, I said, what else can you start doing about yourself? I always use the opportunity to be able to throw a challenge to them because I have connection now. I can be able to talk with him. As he's carrying my luggage, I'm able to throw a word to him, challenging him that he can be able not to depend on being given, but he can be able to use his hands. He can be able to use his brains to be able to be to start producing for himself. The future is dependent on this point. What are we doing with them is actually very, very important. And as men, we need to be role models. We need to help our boys navigate the challenges of life. How do we do it? We must, first of all, be involved. You cannot just speak from far. You have to sit with them. You have to talk to them. Let them tell you what they are passing through. God has endowed me with skills that I'm able to speak to them. Wherever I get a young man, wherever I get a boy, I take the opportunity to speak to them. At my place here at home, I sometimes just call the boys to come, give them some cakes, and I'm able to speak to them, challenge them about academics, challenge them about their future. And I want to tell you, they have great ideas. They have great ideas. When you sit with them, you find somebody says, I want to be, I want to be, I want to be, I want to be. And as a result of that, we can be able to help them navigate in their lives, navigate through the challenges of adolescence, and instill in them a sense of responsibility. When you instill in them a sense of responsibility, you foster a commitment to them to be good members of our society. The onus is on us. The onus is on me. The onus is on you. The onus is on the leaders of our nation. The onus is on the leaders of our society. What part are we playing to build capacity in the lives of this country? As I continue, we are able to encourage do proper mentorship or modeling through an area we call integrity. When the young man looks at you, what can he learn from you? What can he say you are? If he saw you stealing somewhere and you are telling him to stop stealing,
that's for your pain.
The test of integrity for us as men is so crucial. It's so crucial. We can also mentor them through what I call intentionality, meaning that I will take the rightful responsibility. I become intentional about what I need to do to these young people. And friends, the onus is on all of us. Freeman is doing great work to be able to bring people like us to be able to listen. But the onus is actually on all of us to be able to handle ourselves, handle this voice, be there for this voice, let them come out, be friendly with them, have time with them, play around with them. They are willing to change when they see the intention that you have is the right one. As they enter into the area of emotional maturity, we can be able to help them handle adolescence. The changes that take place within the body, we can be able to help them. Where are the men that are supposed to help them handle these things? They are finding themselves doing many things that are not right because nobody is there to advise them. We are there to blame and condemn them. We are unfair to them. I believe that when we talk to them, we bring them close to us, talk to them, mentor them, and we love them and we respect them. Tell them the abilities that you have. One time, there was a young man that I saw carrying quite a lot of luggage. And he was being employed by the ladies to carry luggage for them from pickups to the market. Very strong guy. I touched his muscles. And the boy was strong. So I asked him, what do you do with all this strength that you have? What do you do with all this strength that you have? Can't you do something more productive? You see, unless you challenge someone can think whatever is known. My brother and my friends that are listening to me, it is our responsibility to bring change to our young people. Talk to them, involve them, let them understand the roles they are supposed to be playing as the husbands of the future. We can only model them when they see us doing what is rightful in the society. What values are we adding? Are we bringing them close to us? Or are we throwing them away? When we start saying, we are condemning them. Give them an ear. And I want to tell you, these are great men that can be able to bring change into our society. Look at the back of our people, particularly in this country. Most of our people, about 75% of our population, are people below 35 years in this country. When we don't involve them, when we don't give the opportunity to be able to do, to understand what is happening, the future is not bright for them. We can be able to say we did our part. What did we do about ourselves? We only took care of ourselves. And it's unfortunate that sooner or later when we are gone, we'll leave all the investments that we did, and there will be no people to take care of them. I don't know what's happening, but I believe that the forum that we have, many other forums that we are involved in, we can bring total change. We can bring positive change to our society. We can bring positive change to people that are around us. It is the onus is on us to take our rightful position so that we can bring change to this world. Do they have a say? They may not be having a say, but I can tell you, when we listen to them, we guide them. The future is bright. Let me stop at that now.
Nice.
Thank
oh
you.
my goodness. That's amazing. The best Zoom meeting, the best conversation I've had for so many years under Kemen. So I'll give 5 minutes, 5 minutes for question. Anybody with burning question for Dr. Adi, for our guest today, this morning, is in the evening in Kenya. Anyone? Man, so as they're thinking about it, and we can make it short. I think we have another 50. Let me see what time. We have another 15 minutes to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Why are we building so much and there's no boy child to take over? You say that we are doing so much and we don't have a boy child to take over what we are building.
We are selfish. We are thinking about ourselves. We feel contented doing what we are doing. But when we are not content, we do what we ought not be doing. Wherever you have an organization, you have to start building capacity. Building capacity is necessary for now, and building capacity is there for the future. They say like this: if you want to know you have been successful, you can only know that you have been successful when your successor has succeeded. When I have left all the millions of shillings in investments and there's nobody to take care of it, have I succeeded in life? No. So it's my prayer when we bring these boy children, the boy child into ourselves and build capacity in them, walk the walk with them, walk the journey with them. Let them learn some of the skills that we are doing, some of the skills that they need to acquire. Give them the necessary training. Give them the necessary equipment. They can do as much as we can.
All right.
They can
all right. So anybody with a burning question? Otherwise, man, I have so many questions here. But because you're coming back, we're going to have this conversation throughout the year. Every month, twice. This month, twice. Every month, once. Because we're going to have this conversation. So if anybody else with a question. So, why a boy child? This is my last question, and then I'll allow you to give your last comment because I want to share this later. Why are so many boys or men in jail? And I'm talking about Kenya, in this diaspora, in the United States. Why so?
They say an idle mind is a devil's workshop. What is the boy child doing? When he goes to the marketplace and he stands there the whole day, what is he doing? When you don't involve them in what is called productive work, then they will start crime. They will be thieves. They will be whatever they will become because they are looking for shortcuts. In this country, it is said like this. Let me say it in Swahili. The young men say, kama sio leo, ni sasa. Na kama sio sasa, ni sasa hivi. Meaning he can do the deed now, today. If he doesn't succeed, he wants it done today. And if not today, now. And if not now, right now. So we have a lot of these young people in jail, not because some of them knew what they were doing, but they were recruited in doing things that are not right. And so finally they fall as victims. And the law is not, we can say the law is unfair because they were jailed, but they had no voice to be able to escape the condemnation. So we have a lot of these young people in jail. They have lost it in life. But my belief is that we can be able to assist them and mold them the way they are, the way they can be. It is our responsibility, my brother, to be able to mold them to men and become men that are responsible, men that be able to understand what's happening It is your responsibility. It is my responsibility to make it happen. Thanks.
Yeah. So I want to ask you another question. Is somebody else have a question for Mr. Karubi? Somebody else has a question for him? Anybody with a question? So do you think, my last question and I'm done. So do you think men are failed men or men are failed boy child? The reason why I'm saying that, when I started Cayman 6 years ago, I've been going to different states and Massachusetts, Portland. I got a lot of support in Portland. Thank God for Portland. And when I started in Massachusetts, in the very much, let me see. I think I have to put an internet here, Wi-Fi on.